Thank you to Verta Stargo for their generous donation on Patreon. If you'd like to join them in their generosity, the link to my Patreon page is in the description. When I get back to the auditorium, I expect to see Murdoch curled over on his back, breathing heavily, but he's sitting up, like normal, like everything's fine. Feel a sense of relief. It's a little strange, since I still don't know this fellow, or his shifty family. Didn't know you liked pie, so I got you a small piece. I didn't know if you liked pie. You thought right. I'm picky. But I like pumpkin. Well done. He winks at me. My ears perk and I feel a little hot. We hear a slam at the front of the auditorium. Ralph steps into the room, looking around awkwardly until he makes it to the front. Oh, good. Glad to see you here, brother. Oh. You're okay. Yes? Why wouldn't I be? The model said that you weren't. Pardon me, but Sam is not a model. Three of us flinch as we see Cliff is inside the auditorium too now, holding a plate. He's a gentleman and a handyman, and he's made me feel very welcome in Echo. He knows what my job is, Cliff. He does? Who, pray tell, is the prommie? He's an anthropologist, and he's like us. I could tell, Murdoch, I do have eyes and ears. What is that supposed to mean? Ignore him. There's some reason you're here, isn't it, Cliff? Yes, well, I'm trying to put together a small expedition, so to speak. I want to travel to the Mercedes settlement for my research, and the only guide who's interested is leaving today. Dahlia assured me that your parents would approve such an endeavor, and I implore you that cost would not be an issue. I don't think I could prepare everything by tonight. You would have to ask me. You would have had to ask me yesterday. But my guide has to leave tonight. Could your guide wait for a day? I could ask, but it may not be possible for him to wait. Murdoch shifts in his seat. Well, you did say it would be a lot of money, right? And a lot of fun! The fox is smiling still, but one of his paws is trembling. I'm starting to wonder if he needs medicine or something. I hate to interrupt wherever this is going to go, but you don't seem like the type of fellow who's used to being told no. And you aren't the best at picking up body language either. So I'll put this plainly. He's not going with you today. He doesn't want to go with you today. You could try again later. But for now, fuck off. Jesus! I can see the cheeks below Cliff's fur go red as he looks to Ralph, to me, to Murdoch, and he bites his lower lip. He puts down the plate of food on a chair and whimpers, turning to leave through the front door. Damn! You made the bitch cry! Christ, Ralph, you didn't have to go that far. Apparently I did, because you don't know how to say no. I'm going to go apologize for you. That better be all you do. Thanks for making today harder, Ralph. Murdoch walks out the door. Stubborn ass. Can't believe I didn't have any popcorn for that. Well, that went smoothly. They both needed to hear it. That weasel's a manipulator who's rather bad at it. And the fox is addicted to labor. And you have a personality that clears out a room. And you're a fat boy. We all have our vices. This guy. I'd rather him be irritated with me for a little while than sick for a long while. It's just... Aren't you acting like you're his pappy or something? Somebody ought to. I've known this family for a lot longer than you have. You've seen how they treat him. He pretends like it doesn't bother him, but it does. And he makes bad decisions to lash out. Bad decisions like me? Yeah, you're just one of many. He certainly doesn't pull his punches. Amazing. You know I'm not wrong. Doesn't matter if you're the nicest guy on the block. I'm still terrified of the scandal you could cause. And if you're in trouble, the whole business could follow you down the drain. I just don't know about that, in honesty. Ralph narrows his eyes. About what? Murdoch ain't the most secretive flirt himself. Ralph scowls. You can say I'm attracting bad attention all you like, but I'd wager the fox attracts more. I spent most of my life keeping my head low, but the fox treats being how we are like it's some sort of a game. Ralph's scowl melts and he looks away, putting on a 100-mile stare. I could tell that you thought about this before too. He'd have been caught by now, wouldn't he? I can't say for sure. Horse shit! Rat starts to look deeply troubled. Well, he certainly gets away with more than I could, and I do find it peculiar. What's done is done, and whatever happens, happens. He knows I'm not a yes man, and he likes that. It's probably why he's intrigued by you as well. Aside from your dick. How interesting that you keep bringing that up. Don't push it. I crack a smile and let out a cackle. The doors open once again and Murdoch pushes through, looking at me. He'll be alright. And you told him no? I told him no. Murdoch lets out a heavy sigh. He was really upset that he wouldn't be able to get enough people together for his expedition. So I'm going to help him look for Masada folks in town later in the week. He's paying you, right? Of course. I just don't know if I want to take it. And why not? Well, he has a lot of it and tends to throw a lot of it in every which way. Ralph turns to me and crosses his arms. That's not good. Red would have taken it without asking questions. We have to stop talking about this here. Of course. Damn of me. The hair sticking up on Murdoch's tail relax a bit. Both of you help me pack the equipment up? Sure. Of course. Takes about an hour to collapse the curtains, store the camera and props in the closet, and pack all the film into boxes. We each take a crate as we head back to the store. This might be the earliest you've escaped pictured, eh? This one trip was all it took. The rat smiled and lifted his eyebrows. Want to go to the spot? Could bring Loverboy along and show him how we relax. I'd much prefer getting a head start on development. Ralph sighs. Suit yourself. At least you'll be here while I could keep an eye on you. I, on the other hand, have had more than enough exercise for one day. I'm taking a break. It's not like you need my permission. Yet. Already licking your chops over the promotion, eh? The prospect, at least. Enjoy your slacking while it lasts. Yeah. Murdoch starts whistling as he makes his way over to the dark room door, and Ralph looks back at him for a second. I know that look. It's the same one Dora gives us after a client goes too far. But he retreats to his office behind the counter. Murdoch doesn't notice, disappearing into the dark room. You coming, Sam? The frame of the door reminds me of the mine shaft the more and more I stare at it, and the room under the stairs is inky black. Coming. I step on in and Murdoch turns on the light. I see the rest of the developed pictures of Jack's body hanging from the corkboard. There's a lot more decay on the corpse than I thought there would be. That's a good thing, right? It took too long for us to be alone again. I knew he had been waiting to talk about this all day. But I already regret coming back to this dark, cramped place. I want to know what you saw yesterday in a little more detail. My eyes drift away from the photos of Jack. Murdoch leans upon a counter, staring back. I'd like to. It's difficult to talk about. He pulls a photo sitting on the counter and pushes it into my hand. All you have to do is describe what you see. Alright. There it is again. I stare at it again and feel cold. Like I'm back there in the deep with Jack's dead body. Someone in the comments said that it looked like a spider. You know how they have those millions of eyes, you know? Milky white eyes in the dark. Like they're blind or dead, but they're still looking through you. Like his eyes. Murdoch interrupts gently. Like whose eyes? God's. Or the devil's? Don't know. What else do you see? Sand, rock, darkness. It's the mines. Murdoch's hand crosses mine as he pulls the photo from my grasp. What I saw yesterday was a photograph I took in 1901. I saw trees, circus tents, and people eating spun sugar, and a group of boys who were about to cast the fishing lines. My brother was one of them. That was not the last picture I took that day, but I am grateful that I didn't see the other one. But when I look at it again today, I see a stranger's decaying skull. But that's not what you see. He rubs the side of his nose with his sleeve and looks down. Let's take a short respite from all this grim talk. I'm reminded of a conversation I had with Dahlia once about vision. She said that everything that we see is just reflected light. That we're not seeing what's really there, but honestly, just everything that wasn't absorbed by an object bouncing back at us. Pictures capture these reflections through chemical reactions. A ghost of the past preserved perfectly on paper. That's what I used to think, anyway. But I've been developing photos in Echo for almost 2 decades. And there's often something wrong with them. Sometimes it's a little thing, like buttons that are blackened out, or a missing watch. Then, sometimes, an entire person is missing from the photo. But rarely when I'm thinking about it. And rarely when I'm staring directly at it and know that something's wrong. Usually it happens out of the corner of my eye. Or when I'm focused on some new project. But then return to an old one and I find something completely unfamiliar. I used to cry myself to sleep thinking my ability to remember things was unraveling. But you're looking at a photograph today, seeing something completely different from me, and it doesn't change back. It's because I don't want to hide from you. No. Why don't you take the picture from his hand again? Look. Again. See the real me. I've seen the you. Real you. Real you. No higher cause. An empty vessel. Where is that sound coming from? I cover my ears to stop the noise, but it doesn't work. A bloated body. Sustained in sloth.
damnation reeks, clings. I will sprout in your dying skin. I will be God for you. You all want to be useful. With your bloated bellies, dragging, stuffed with my bounty. My land. I am the sacred, ugly truth. This one smells the rot on you. See it in his hesitations. He will burn you alive to enrich his fields. Kill him. Kill him. Save yourself and kill him. No sex, no food, no laughter and death. Just sand. Just clay. Just oblivion and mud. Tears flow from my eyes and I sink to the ground. Every memory will unspool. Every touch you feel will numb. How sad for you to die. How soon for you to die. Humiliated harlot. I'm choking in this horrible tiny room I can't see, but somehow I know that long-limbed things surround me in this place. They smell like funeral chemicals. They have only pulsing veins, no skin, then they drip on me. Kill the fox. Murdoch tears the photograph in half. He tears it into quarters. I hear unintelligible squealing like all the pictures are singing. Then they stop. My sobbing howls fill the dark room. Murdoch sits on the floor next to me. I flinch when he touches me, but he's soft and warm, not slimy and sharp. He's smaller than me, and he rocks me like I'm a baby. Alright, before I go any further, I want to look back where that fucking picture, that flash, there it was. Whoa, that's spooky. Look at this shit. There's like a thing really close in those dark red eyes. So it's interesting. There's like a window, a circular window with a table, and there's like a cup on the table. And this fucking thing is like... It looks like I'm totally taking the fucking tension out of this moment by doing this. But I can't just pause the fucking thing. See, those two red things look like eyes, but what... Is that just like a... Is that a mouth underneath it? I can't fucking tell. Please stop crying. I promise it's okay. I promise we're not crazy. I open my eyes to see if he is crying too, or if he looks scared or disgusted. But he isn't. He looks determined. I have no idea why. Not a damn clue why. I heard voices. And I saw the fair at Lake Emma in the photograph again. He looked sickened now. Then you were looking at the back of that photo. Then you fell to the floor. I was scared you were having a case of the fits. He wipes my tears with his sleeve. But I'm relieved. It's just a black cloud. Just an overcast of ill humors. My jaw drops as I stare back at him. Ill humors? I'm mumbling. Ill humors! He puts both of his paws on mine and squeezes. His voice is harsh. Not just. I've lived most of my life in this town, but I spend some of my summers elsewhere. So I know that unique things happen here. I don't think it's just sometimes. I think it's all of the time. Incrementally. Dot
by dot, inch by inch. Sometimes it's buttons missing from a photograph, sometimes it's a missing person. And in a town where people are constantly being touched and remade, slowly, a case of the bad humor sounds a lot less threatening to say than that the photographs change. Or that they talk. Does that make sense? No! It doesn't! But I nod anyway. I keep crying anyway, and he doesn't stop holding me. This place changes us. Unless we notice and choose to change ourselves first. Ooh, damn. That's a hell of a way to fucking... Jesus Christ. What a fucking message to end on, dude. Now, okay, so I'm a little worried about the fact that we skipped to where we were previously on Murdoch's route instead of looking through it again, because he seems to be reacting differently than when we first saw him, you know? Like, originally, we were fucking worried he was gonna say something. I don't know. I might have to look at it and see if there was something different. Clig. Oh, damn it, Cliff. So we're getting a upfront acknowledgement that Echo has... It's a pre-existing terribleness. Because if Murdoch has been dealing with the shits being weird in Echo for decades, then the curse of Echo precedes the murder of Jack in the mines. So I wonder how far back it goes. Maybe we'll get an Echo game fucking that goes all the way back to the 1800s or some shit. I don't know. So the fact that the terribleness in Echo predates that, I don't know what that implies, but the thing in the mine is a corruptive influence. Thank you all very much for watching. I will say, okay, I like all the intrigue. I like everything there. It's very interesting. I wonder where the fuck it's going. I have no idea. I don't know what the hell the thing in the mine is. It didn't look like the creature that Flynn turns into. We know there's multiple forces here. So who knows what the fuck. But I do like how Cliff's route is mentioned in there. Not Cliff's route, but what Cliff does in his route is mentioned. He is trying to do the expedition, and it gets proven not to be able to happen. So that is nice, because that is acknowledging the other fucking paths. And that's something I really enjoy. You know, the overarching plot, character motivations, independent of what you do with them, should still happen even if you're not on their route. So thank you all very much for watching this episode of The Smoke Room. On the next one, I guess it'll be Nick. I don't know how many fucking things got updated or how big the updates are, but we're doing it, man. We're doing it. So until next time, ladies and gentlemen, I've been the Trained and Professional, and you are not. Bye, everyone.